Hi, I'm Jesse Barcelone. For our final discussion video, I'll go through exploitation, password cracking, as well as data exfiltration. So real quickly here, I slightly altered the system to not give any of the students an advantage. I'm just going to type telnet and then the IP of my Metasploitable system. When I do that, I actually see a username and password that can be used to access the system. I'll go ahead and put that. Obviously, yours is different. It has a username and password, but it's just not that. So anyway, I'm in. Yay. I'm going to also show you how to escalate privileges, but while I'm here, I'm going to show you one more way. You can also just go to the IP address of the system, and there's another username and password. Once you do that with port 80, then you can connect with 22 or 23 Telnet SSH using those credentials. Even though I can type sudo with this root user to run privileged commands, because if I try to do something that I don't run sudo for it will yell at me and say permission denied. So I'm going to show everyone to make it easier the command to escalate your privileges. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to type who am I. You can see that I'm UMGC. I'm not root. Even though this account has sudo commands, we'll pretend that you're something else. You can type nmac dash dash enter. This is a local exploit. Active. And then I just type bang sh. And now you see the prompt changed, right? And who am I? And now I'm root. So anyone can use that exploit. So there's that. Now we have two more things to do. Now I can do this. We have the password cracking. I'm cracking this one, which none of you have, Red Team Student X, because you're all doing basically based on your particular system. So I'm gonna open another terminal. Okay. And I'll type leafpad hash dot txt. All right. I'll paste that. I like quality assurance. There, I see it's there. You need the whole thing. The whole thing needs to be in there. The name, the colon, all the way, and three colons. And then you just type John and the name of the file. I'll let that go for a minute and pause the video. Actually, no need. I already got my password. Now, what you're going to be very disappointed to see is when I try to crack the password again, it says no passwords left to crack. That can be resolved by deleting your john.pot file. Watch me do that. I'll type rm. To see it, I can just do ls-la, and there is the John folder. And in that John folder, there's the john.pot. So I just do rm. This is the best way for me to show you. So nobody makes a mistake depending on where they are. Remember that dot is because it's hidden. And now, you see that? I'll leave it for a second. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. Now I'm going to run that command again and try to get my apple. And there we go. Okay. So I've done 2 to 3 things. I've exploited the system and demonstrated 2 ways to get in, really 3. You could use that for SSH, the HTTP. Um, and then I've demonstrated a password crack. Okay, all your passwords are going to be 2 characters. The last thing we're going to do is an important thing. Hackers don't just hack to hack; they steal and get something. In the case of this system, if the attacker, I'm back over on the attack machine over here, if they See, look at the directories. There's one called credit cards. So I'm going to do a CD / credit cards. And now I'll do an LS, and there's all these credit card files. Each one of you has one that you're supposed to quote unquote steal. The easiest way to steal it is type CP, which stands for copy. Then I'm going to type the name of the file. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to copy and paste it and hit up arrow. And then I'm going to put it in bar FTP. Okay, so when I do that, I believe I just can go back to the FTP site, just type FTP in front of my IP of my system, and okay. So it must be in a 1 second there. Let me do one more thing here. My bad on the video. What you want to do is copy it to /home FTP. That's what I did. Once I did that, I went back to the FTP site. So you basically just type FTP and the name of your um, the IP address of your Metasploitable system. Mine's that. And then I see the file and I can click it. Um, I could just right click and save link and then desktop. And what we can do here now is we can show our client, hey, look at what we were able to get. This is part of now this is where things get serious. And you say, hey, you know, this is bad. You're giving away people's credit card information. You really have to secure your system. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will stop the share and stop the recording.